what did you learn from being on the door? Did you learn a lot about people?
A lot. Respect is a big thing. Respect is a very big thing, and even if it's common courtesy, that's always necessary. Whether the person deserves common courtesy or not, that's not a reflection of them. It's a reflection of you, and so I feel like we're really quick to be offended or to be upset with someone and let that change us, and then we put out this gross energy, this it's almost like a habitual darkness that just wants to shoot out of you, that's just waiting, and you learn that when you do that kind of stuff, all you do is create more, and it comes back, and then all of a sudden this person and that person feel the same way, and it's contagious. So I learned, anything you can do, if you can do a common courtesy, it's always much better. Even I've literally knocked somebody out and never stopped smiling, and I've had situations where somebody was extremely aggressive, and me being calm and being nice to them actually calmed them down. We had a rap guy came in, a big rapper, I can't remember who it was, and the crowd was mostly gangstered out dudes. It was a lot of tattoos. There was a lot of flags and colors and tats and all that stuff. And so usually those nights tend to get hectic. But in the front row, there was this. He had to be 16. The 16-year-old high school kid and his girlfriend, and they're just big wide smiles. They're so excited to see this rapper. But they're surrounded by serious face gangsters. And in the front, there was a cage that was waist high, just to keep you from pushing up against the stage. And he's up there with his girlfriend in front of him, his arms around her, and he's singing the lyrics to all the songs, and he's so happy to be there. And behind him, this dude who was twice his size just kept bumping him. And then he turned around, and then the guy put his finger, I can't hear what's happening, but the guy puts his finger in his girlfriend's face and then starts pushing her face. So this little 16-year-old, I'm guessing 16-year-old kid hits this guy. Boom, hits him in the face. And I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go. It was 20 people all just started raining down on this kid. So of course, you got to do something. You're not you got to do something. So I rush the front end, and there's two other bouncers coming with me, and I'm reaching over that waist-high fence trying to get this kid, but I'm also getting tagged too. They're tagging everybody. So I'm getting shots to the face, and I grab him, and I'm holding him like this, and I'm trying to get him over the fence, and he's stuck. So basically, I'm holding him while they're beating his ass. They're hitting him, and I'm like, fuck it, defend yourself. And I start swinging, right? So we're all swinging. Finally get him out, get the guy that started the fight, the guy that was poking his girl's face. I caught him once, nicked him with a pinky, and it was weird. It was almost like a movie. It split his eye open and it folded down. Wow. It was a weird little catch. So I remember, because I was pulling him out of the crowd, and I couldn't see one of his eyes because the skin was hanging over it. It's crazy, I know. I'm sorry. So I get him over, and he's blacked out, passed out, and I drag him to the side of the stage. And a buddy, the guy who got me into Strongman, Evan Hansman, is actually with me, and he looks just like me, we could be twins. So I got him, and I got him on the ground, and Evan grabs him by his shirt, picks him up, and slaps him the hardest slap I've ever seen. And the guy wakes up and looks at Evan, and he goes, "Get the fuck out of my bar." And the guy just yes sir, got up and walked out back, and he was apologizing and everything. He was being really respectful and stuff, and it blew my mind. I don't know exactly why I started this story.
It's a good story anyways.
yeah. But,
so keep it respectful, and just because someone might look like they don't deserve it, they deserve it, because you need to keep your own respect for yourself.
Exactly. It's a reflection of you.
Right, and treat them like a human being, and that'll always be a good thing.
Yeah. There was a lot of homeless people and stuff in Santa Cruz. It's a big haven for it because the weather's so perfect.
Right.
And you learn that there's times where it's hard to be that way. But I mean, being shitty to somebody never made me feel any better. I mean, like it might make you feel like, oh, I got a clever one in there, and like you burn somebody, and you're like, oh yeah, I burned them. But 2 minutes later, you still feel like shit. Yeah. But if you're nice to somebody, and that person walks off smiling, and then they're nice to somebody, and all that starts to trickle down, like you do feel much better. You know, it's weird because like it's not that instant gratification of when you do get somebody back and you have something quick and witty to say, but long term and for everyone else that's around you, it's actually, you feel way better.
Right. And in the club, they can see if you're being respectful to people, so that'll keep everybody else chill.
Huge.
Okay.
I think that might have been what happened with the bikers, because a lot of that we were trying really hard to keep that from escalating, and we told them like, look, we're not trying to be rude, we're not trying to be rough. Like we didn't even touch them on the way out. Like we just pointed to the direction and walked next to them. Didn't even put our hands on them.